Hi there golf fans, welcome back to the Terrible Golf channel. Thanks for joining us. If you're new, hi, thanks also. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell so you get notifications of all our upcoming videos. Here on the Terrible Golf channel we'll bring you a range of videos from course vlogs, training tips and reviews. Today I'm bringing you one of those reviews. As promised, I'm going to review the golf app that I use, which I believe to be one of the best free apps out there in the market at the moment. So let's dive straight into that. So in order to download this app, you need to just log on to the App Store or Google Play and search for the app name, which is My Round Pro. It's provided by Taylormade, and as I say, it's free. So all you need to do is hit that open button if you've already downloaded it, or if you haven't, unlike me, just click the button to the right where it says open now, and that will download it to your telephone. So when the app's downloaded, you'll need to enter all your personal settings. So go into the cog symbol in the top right hand corner, or settings, and then from there to game profile. Here you'll be able to dictate and tell all about you, your gender, your handedness, using the slide button left and right. We then go into Handicap, where you use the scroll feature, and then the units of measurement. Also, most importantly, remember to update the strokes gained baseline. This will be really useful later on. It's got a little range of handicaps. Select the one that's most applicable. After updating all your personal details, we'll then need to update the details of all your clubs. This will make it useful and easier when out on the course. So select that bag symbol and then go into the bag itself. Here you'll be able to select every club that's available in your bag, whether it be a driver, fairway woods, irons, etc, etc. So in order to add one, select the club that you're adding, in this instance a driver. We'll then work our way through selecting the brand, Taylormade, and the model. In this instance I've just added the Sim Max. We'll then hit save and that club is added to our bag. We then just need to repeat this for all the other clubs in our bag. Here's a quick scroll through the 13 clubs that currently make up my bag. Still have that elusive 14th spot. Then on to the most important thing, capturing our round. Here, when you go to add round, you'll have a list of all nearby courses, or you can search using the search function at the top. I'm going to use Ham Manor as an example here, my home course. So when I'm scrolling through this, you can see the details, you can see the date, the tees, and the game type, all adjustable. We also then have the game mode, multiplayer, advanced and basic. I'm going to run through the advanced sections because that is the most beneficial in my mind, showing you yardages for each club. So we'll select Setup Round. This will take us through to the next screen, at which point we can preview holes or confirm our clubs that are in our bag, or take us back a page to edit the round settings. When we're ready, select Play Round. This will take us to the first hole. We get an aerial view showing us the makeup of the hole and any bunkers, water, hazards, so we know where to avoid. It will tell us the yardages. It will also tell us the par score and the number of shots that we've played on this hole as we work our way through. In order to add your shots as you play, press the red shot button. You'll get taken to this screen where you can select the club that you have played with. In this instance, I've selected driver. It will map you either via GPS to where you're stood, or if you don't have GPS turned on, you will need to drag and drop to where you are. Then walk to your ball, ready to play your second shot, and then repeat the process. Click the plus symbol, select the club that you're using, and likewise, either the GPS will map you to where you are, or you need to drag and drop. Here, I'm selecting a 5-iron. You can see my driver played 166 yards. I now have 154 yards to the pin. If I need to move it, I simply select the 5-iron symbol, it turns red, and I drag and drop to where it is required. I can alter the settings of the fairway or the yardages and then click done. For the purpose of this video, let's pretend I made a green in reg. So I need to add my putter. I select putter. First off, I get this screen. I need to move the pin to the pin position on the green. Drag and drop by highlighting the pin position with your finger and moving to the location of the pin. When done, select next. We'll now need to enter all our putts. Do this by clicking on the screen where you have played your putts from. Here you can see a 47-foot putt. I could either, if I'd in the unlikely event made this, click done, or add a second putt and then click done. If you need to undo, there is an undo button, likewise a cancel if you missed the green or need to play a different shot. So if I click the undo button, you can see this putt is then removed and I can now replace it to a more accurate position. Select done to complete the hole and then complete hole. This then takes us on to the next second hole and it shows you now your round score of even, as well as the details that showed in the first hole, yardages, etc. And now for the stats section, the bit the nerd in me absolutely loves. It'll default to filtering for the last 5 rounds, but you can change this filter with the filter at the top based on round type, whether it's a tournament, friendly round, date, course, etc, etc. Then underneath, it will show your average shot count for that type of round, with a breakdown of your par 3, par 4 and par 5 average scores, which is great to see where you're struggling and maybe can improve on. Then below that, we have the strokes gained. So earlier I mentioned that it's important you put the handicap baseline in. And this is because it calculates the number of shots you've gained or lost on each type of shot. As I say, the nerd in me absolutely loves this. So you can see here from this holistic view that I'm actually gaining shots on my putting and my short game, but losing on my approach. So I know that approach, 150, 200 yards, I should be working on. There's also a further drill down that we can see. So if I select putting, it will then take me to the putting stats and you can see the number of shots I'm holing from each particular distance, and then it compares this against your Tour Pro. If I want, I can also then see the number of putts that I play from these distances by selecting the other button. If I scroll further down, I can see this in bar chart form as well. This is also available as a further drill down on a short and approach. So if I drill this in, you can see from less than 25 yards, this is where I'm putting my ball in proximity to the hole. And again, we have the same options for 25 to 50, 50 to 75 and 75 to 100. It's a great stat to see whether there's a consistency of pulling your shots short, long, or whether you're, like me, more often than not, slicing them right. As shown more so in my approach here, where I'm losing my shots. At the moment, closest range, it's a bit sporadic, but when you get further apart, you can see, or further away rather, you can see I'm also further away from the hole, and more often than not, slicing it right. Really useful stat. And then finally with the driver, or driving, not necessarily with the driver, you can see here all my tee shots. The reds showing that I've missed the fairway and ended up in the rough, green on the fairway, yellow and blue as well for bunkers and hazards. You can see whether I'm missing right, left, as shown by the stats or percentages. I can drill this down to driver or 3-wood or other, and it will alter the stats accordingly. Then if you scroll further down, you've got classic stats, which if you're like me, it's great just to compare against yourself, but equally you can compare against a friend or a Tour Pro. Again, these are taking into consideration that handicap that you have set. Finally, if we scroll down, you can see the number of strokes gained as a bar chart with each club, the number of shots played, or finally the average distance with each club. If you'd rather see the range, you can slide across and it will show you a bar chart with the average of 75% median and then the total range in a lighter shade. Thanks for watching, golf fans. Hope you found that useful. Let me know in the comments down below. What app do you use? Have you tried this app? Do you like it? Anyway, best of luck for your upcoming golfing ventures, but most importantly, always shout 4.